Edit this thing. Okay, so we're talking about More Than Conquerors, and you mentioned that you thought it was just another program when you signed up for it. Is that correct?
Right. Because you have several different classes which supposedly offer rehabilitation or self-help, groups or whatever. But I've been through many of those, through the years, and More Than Conquerors to me is the most effective, the most comprehensive. It's basically just common sense, that if you want to stay out of prison, well, first of all, criminal recovery. That's really what got my attention. When I heard criminal recovery, I was like, oh man, that's
kind of a different term than you were used to hearing.
Exactly. Never heard criminal recovery before. I got 26 years, in and out of prison, and I've never heard of criminal recovery, relapse prevention. That's me. That's what I need.
So when you came in the class the first time, you were anticipating that it would just be the same old.
Basically, like the same.
How long did it take you to see that it was different? Do you know?
Immediately. The topics of discussion, the real life, in your face type of situations that we're going to be faced with when we get out. That's what we deal with in More Than Conquerors.
What about the facilitator? Was he the same as other facilitators? Different? What made him stand out versus others?
The facilitator was homegrown. The facilitator he's one of us. He's been there, did that. Wear the same shoes that we were, been through the same situation. He knows the road.
So you could relate in a way that you couldn't relate to someone that had never been through your experience.
I mean, how can I tell somebody how to fly a plane if I've never been in a cockpit?
Good point.
Yeah.
So what you're learning in More Than Conquerors is the social coping skills based on scripture, spiritually centered. How do you anticipate it will help you when you get out? What situations do you think you could encounter that you could use More Than Conquerors principles in?
Everyday situations, everyday life. I'm going to be faced with the same situations, and being that it is a faith-based program, and that's what I was looking for. Actually, that's going to be the most effective, the antidote. That's what's going to work.
So education by itself is only one prong of a two-prong attack.
Yeah, you gotta
have a spiritual grounding, don't you?
Yeah, I need God in my life.
So to anyone watching this, what would you say about More Than Conquerors if they were looking at it to either facilitate it or to sign up for it? What could you tell them?
I would give them 2 thumbs up. I would tell them that More Than Conquerors has revolutionized self-help, recovery, far as the recidivism rate in the state of Texas. I feel like if More Than Conquerors is instituted throughout the state of Texas, then more guys will stop coming back to prison. They will get out and apply the skills, the coping skills, and just the basic format of More Than Conquerors. They'll get out and apply that and get jobs and lead positive, productive lives, bro. Honestly.
Cool. Yes. So in closing, I heard that in the beginning of the curriculum they had you stand up and say something about quitting. Why don't you state your name and proclaim that statement on the way out of this interview?
All right. My name is Willis Tate. I'm from the great city of Longview, Texas, and I am not a quitter.
All right. Thank you, brother.